seconds.
Yeah.
More.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
With.
Right. Yep.
So
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So
Yep. Absolutely.
with.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so welcome to Gav Talks Tech. I'm here sitting with the beloved Kyle Beckius from Bytespeed. This is not Kyle's first interview. You guys will actually see I looked at the YouTube video from 3 years ago when Valley News Live interviewed Kyle.
Sure.
And we've gone from what I'd call a computer manufacturer to a technology solutions provider. And actually on the table here, we have our desktops that we started with, what was more common about 8 years ago when I started at Bytespeed, all the way down to the end of the table with some laptops and flip books.
Kyle's been in many different types of roles at Bytespeed. He was actually somewhat of a mentor to me. He was sales manager at the time, so he was directly in charge of getting me from my internship into my role as a territory manager, first account manager, then territory manager at Bytespeed. So just to kind of kick it off, Kyle Beckius, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The big question and the big highlight that I want to go through is, Kyle, if you can just talk about like your beginning to now at Bytespeed and kind of what that's looked like.
Sure. So I came on to Bytespeed in 2008. I think it was September. And I think next month, about mid-month, I'll be here for 12 years now, which is kind of crazy because on one hand it seems like a long time, on the other hand it seems like it was 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I started out on our production team and kind of grew into some quality control roles there. I worked on our tech support team for a while, and then during that helped get what was the start of our ISO certification off the ground.
Yep.
From there, I became production manager. I think there's one other title in there. I don't remember what that was anymore. And
Jack of all trades.
And then managed the quality portion of our ISO certification during that time. I was sales manager after that for a couple of years, as you alluded to. And then my current role is the purchasing manager.
Awesome. I'd love to hear that. So let's talk a little bit about like how have the previous roles that you've had been helpful in what you guys are doing with purchasing? Because I talk about the purchasing department to our customers all the time and our partners.
Sure.
And that's obviously grown from one person to a full team of you guys now.
Absolutely. So I'd say really every time I switched jobs, the previous one definitely helped me here. And I'd say especially when I became production manager, part of my goal, and which carried over to being sales manager, was kind of bringing the production and the sales side of our operation closer together so we could work more cohesively. My time as sales manager certainly taught me a great many things, and the continuing goal was kind of, again, bridging the gap between what the purchasing team's priorities are to what the sales team's priorities are, to help us kind of, again, be more efficient so we can push forward more effectively.
Absolutely, and a lot of our customers know that growth out in the purchasing department has helped us build resources for our customers tremendously. So
Absolutely.
I can't thank you guys enough for that. And so with that said, what are you most excited? 12 years at Bytespeed, you've seen a lot change in the technology market.
Absolutely.
You've seen a lot. I've even seen some people come and go from here. But what are you most excited about for the future of Bytespeed?
So it's really neat right now because we've been working on diversifying what we do as a company for really since I was production manager, where I really started to see that shift. When I started, we were mainly just a desktop and server company with some mobile product.
Yeah. That
grew into a huge mobile product lineup. But as today, we've scaled that back and are focusing on a smaller amount of devices, but devices that we know we can be very successful with.
Right.
And have chosen to grow some of our partner relationships like Lenovo on one of your past videos, so that we can better support our customers. Because as you know, again, when I started, there was 3 different types of laptops, and now when I go through Lenovo's portal, there's probably 350 free.
Right, and there's a lot of customers that are still using our laptops that we were building in 2012, 13, 14. The devices that we carried in-house, we standardized those warranties on. I mean, we have 3-year warranties on all of our laptops. So Kyle being previously, he mentions production manager, we'll take you guys through a little spin through the production area, help desk area, all those pieces at Bytespeed that a lot of our folks don't really get to see. which is cool. And that obviously, those in-house services and just basically piecing our team together to be more efficient as a crew has been cool to see. And a lot of leaders at Bytespeed, like Kyle, you'll get to meet in these Gap Talks videos, which are pretty exciting.
Our warehouse, obviously, what I always like to show people, and I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera, is that there aren't just a bunch of pre-configured machines sitting here. One thing I've always been really proud of is that we custom build, configure, and deliver everything that we make here. And if we go on through this way, this is kind of where, I'll kind of lamely say this is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
In our production area that a lot of people don't really get to see.
Hey, Jimmy.
So in here, after we get all our product in, it's deployed out in the production area, built by our team here.
Hey, Tony.
Imaged in the next station, and then moves on to our shipping department in the back of the room. And trying to think, 2010, I think, was when we expanded, and this actually used to be the warehouse. We used to keep this closed though.
Some new virtual reality carts. New spec.
So this room, before we expanded, this wall was missing, and we did kind of what you've seen in the other side, the whole production process in an area that was about a third of the side, and had RMAs and our tech
What year
team
was that?
there as well. I think it was about 2010 when that project got completed, and I always laugh because I have no idea how we accomplished that. We were still, pushing out, not as many, but nearly as many machines throughout a summer during that time. So there was a lot of crawling over boxes
when
and
desktops
each
were,
other's
thousands and
to get
things.
things done. And then, again, our RMA department, and this is the awesome support team that everybody talks to.
Woo!
And then what's left of what used to be the production area is our dedicated space for our server team for builds. And I'm hoping to have about 60 ASUS servers in here in about 2 weeks to get out to a customer ASAP.
Excellent. I love it. We're just kind of looping around. This is the little mini Bytespeed tour.
Yeah.
Break
room. This half of the building used to be all sales. So when we expanded, it was not only the production area, but it was the rest of the facility as well. So our whole really accounting, management, support, everybody was in this kind of small area now, and that's now expanded to.
Here's one of the smartest guys you've ever met.
I can vouch for that.
If you've got the chance to meet him.
Yeah. Please email him. We'll get you that later.
Yeah. Don't call him.
So another cool thing at Bytespeed is all of our leadership, and really about 95% of the company is in this building. I think that's another way we stand out, is that if Gavin needs something from me, I need something from him. Again, our support team that you just saw there, not only is it easy to call or email them, but I can walk down the hall and hassle them if I need to.
Absolutely.
Or they can hassle me. That's usually what's more like.
Yeah.
And then, so before we expanded, you would have just had a wall here. And then as kind of we can continue down, the whole rest of the building is where sales and my team hangs out.
Let's see if we can run into any other slimy salesmen. They are all working from home. This is the
bother Steve. There's
COVID
one.
center.
Hi, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
What's up? Loop around here. Typically there's a couple people hanging out, but we're kind of retrofitting this area. And then my team kind of hangs out in this corner over here. And
so the purchasing team's office is pretty close to my office, which is messy. But Kyle and I get to work together really closely every day. There's your Bytespeed tour. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks, Kyle. I know we got some more work to do, so I appreciate it. So Kyle, I think there was one more question that I wanted to ask you, but I'm not totally sure what it was.
I believe it was what I'm most excited about in the future.
Yeah.
And really there, I guess I just carry on with seeing our company adapt right now.
Absolutely.
Because also when I first started here, there were a lot of companies like us.
Yep.
And unfortunately today, a lot of your smaller non-tier one companies aren't there anymore.
For example,
and I think
Gateway, for example,
that's another one.
In Bytespeed's history, that's kind of what we were seen as, and now it's just so much more. But sorry to interrupt you there.
No problem. But no, it's, right now we're on the cusp of launching really new additions to all of our product lineups, be that, our normal commercial grade desktops and laptops,
Yep.
our gaming line, Gravity Gaming, and really continuing to build up all our partner relationships that we have with companies like Lenovo, Asus, Kingston, HyperX,
Ruckus,
and
Juniper, Nimble, HP, the list goes on. So.
Absolutely.
And that all funnels through this team, and we're very grateful to have them here at Bytespeed. So whether you're working with me or another territory manager, these guys are a great resource for you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week at Gap Talks.
Nice, that was good.